Good afternoon, good morning, good evening from whatever part of the world you are watching me from. Thank you so very much for your time. For those of you that are always passing by, let me just say thank you once again. Those of you who are coming for the very first time, please may you stay long enough and join me in today's video. Please subscribe, help me to subscribe so that we can grow this channel together to the glory of God. Emmanuel. In today's video, we are going to share a certain type of dream so that it will help us understand that we don't have to take our dreams as nothing. Because most of the dreams we have, they are dreams with a message that one has to listen to. Let's look at this dream. There was a certain lady by the name of, let's say, Elizabeth. Miss Elizabeth just came out of a divorce and she lost her husband to a very young lady. So she has been a Christian, or let me say she has served the Lord for a very long time. That is almost like 17 years, being a faithful follower of Christ. Despite her passion for serving the Lord, she ended up losing her husband in the divorce. At the moment, she was facing unemployment, and all of a sudden, she got a job offer. When she got a job offer, she went for an interview, of course, and she was given the job. Now, on the eve of the first day at work, she had a dream. And in this dream, Elizabeth saw herself in a local church where she's getting married, and there is a pastor right in front of her, and many people have gathered to witness this wedding. So she asks herself, Pastor, whom am I getting married to? The pastor answering, I don't know whom you are getting married to. And then Miss Elizabeth was now wondering, what type of a wedding is this? Why am I getting married to a person I don't know? So as she was contemplating on all this in the dream, all of a sudden she just stormed out of the church and she ran. She ran as fast as she could run. And as she was running away, the people who were gathered in the church started running after her. So she ran and then she woke up from that dream. Now let's look at what happened. The following morning, Miss Elizabeth was supposed to go and start a new job. So as she prepared, went to where she was going to work, she was met at the reception by one of the managers in the department where she was going to work. And she was told, Miss Elizabeth, we are very sorry. There was a mishap somewhere. The job that you were offered has been offered to someone else. We didn't know because there was a mistake somewhere. So we are very sorry for this disappointment. In case we have another opening in the company, we will let you know. So Miss Elizabeth, being disappointed, she went back home. And now she started thinking about the dream. When she thought about that dream, she contacted her pastor. They prayed together, and the pastor instructed her to go into a 3-day dry fasting. That is the Esther's fast. She went into a 3-day dry fasting, and she had to pray at midnight. As we have all learned the spiritual significance of the midnight hour. So she started praying, fasting at that crucial hour, the midnight hour, for 3 days. And she only had one prayer point, which she was praying at that time. And the prayer point she prayed helped her to get her job back. And now we might try to, if you can join me, just for me to share the prayer point she was using. She prayed this way: "Oh Lord, send your angels to disband that evil gathering in my dream and restore to me what I had lost in the dream, in the name of Jesus." I hope you have paid attention to the words she used. Lord, help me to disband that evil gathering. Remember the evil gathering here, those people who gathered in that local church where she was supposed to wed, and she didn't know whom she was wedding. So after this dry fasting for 3 days, just a few days later, the same company which hired her and later told her that she couldn't start the job because it was given to somebody else, they called her to inform her that the person who took up that job suddenly fell ill, so they needed a replacement. And they asked Mrs. Elizabeth if she was ready to take up that very post. Of course, she accepted, and she knew very well that all this sudden change came up all because of the fasting that she engaged herself in and that prayerful prayer point that she was firing at the midnight hour. Miss Elizabeth got her job back, and to the glory of God, she is now happy again, and financial freedom is at least coming her way. Now, this is just some of the many inspiring dreams or stories that we can learn from. So, for today, I think this is enough. Thank you very much for your time. Please subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Help me to grow this channel to the glory of God. Emmanuel.